Hey, thanks for joining us today. My name's Ian Griffith. I'm with Keystone Fuzion. I'm lucky enough to be joined today with Courtney, the flipping nomad, here to talk about the Fuzion 373.
Hey guys, yeah, like Ian said, my name is Courtney, and I'm with the Flipping Nomad. If you don't follow us on Instagram and you're not familiar with what we do, we are an RV renovation business. So we take pre-loved RVs, do a cosmetic gut job of them, and they come out looking like tiny homes on the interior when they're done. And we teamed up with Keystone last year to build an insane fifth wheel that's kind of the most crazy thing you've ever seen rolling down the road. But I'm really excited to be back here, see some of the new 2021s, especially the Fuzions, because I absolutely love toy haulers. I love how much of a flexible space you have back in the garage. And you guys have really stepped it up for this year. So you've got this whole new interior. So tell us some of the things that you've done different in here.
We've refreshed the whole interior of our entire Fuzion lineup. Every Fuzion platform now features the east-west bed with the large master suite. We've refreshed all of our cabinets, our wall boards, everything, including the countertops and backsplash. So we've gone to a nice gray stain cabinet that highlights our hardwood construction. We've also made the interior more of a uniform color palette. It's a more high-end finish, where traditionally toy haulers had been more masculine, graphics that looked like tribal tattoos, flames, yes, diamond plate. So this is a much more inviting interior now.
And it really is, and as a female who focuses on interior design, I really like this toy hauler. It has a nice, warm, feminine touch to it, but I don't think it's too feminine at all. It still has a masculine touch to it. One thing that really caught my eye when I first walked in, these pendant lights above the bar. They're very sleek, very modern, and I like the kind of frosted glass feature. It kind of opens up the space. And then also with it being right over the island, one of my favorite features in here as well, like I just said, is these little bar stools that pull out. So it's such a nice feature that you have the bar stools, but you don't have to think about packing them on travel days, because on travel days you have to think about so many other things. This is built in. It's a great solution.
And this island is a completely clear space island, so you don't have a sink that you have to cover with cutting boards or anything like that. This is great for nights where it may be raining, you can't use your campsite, get inside, play some cards, have the fireplace on. Just makes a really nice, homey feeling interior. One other thing we've also done with this island, new to this year, is we've put our floor vents in the island, so no longer do you have vents that you have to worry about dirt and debris getting in on the floor. They are now in the bottom of the island, so all of your heating is ducted through those.
That is such a nice feature. That's just one less thing that you have to think about. And another thing that caught my eye in this kitchen, one thing that we do with our pre-loved RVs is anytime we find a 12-volt wire that's handy, we install a USB charging port.
Smart.
Because it's so nice to have. And then also, USBs weren't as common back then as they are now, but you guys have kind of taken that concept and you ran with it. And I see we've got a 12-volt USB charging port right up here. It's already built in, and that's just such an easy convenience thing. And then as I've noticed that Keystone is focusing a lot on just things that us as the consumer need for life. And one thing that I love that you did back in the garage was you built in a ladder storage back there, which not a lot of other rigs have. So can we go back there and see that?
Absolutely, yeah, we're really happy with this.
So this is what caught my eye up here. When we first walked in, I said, what is that storage up there? And you're like, we built in ladder storage, because that's one of those things that people just need somewhere to put.
That's right. So when you're camping, the ladder is used for access to the loft, and you don't use that loft that frequently in the normal use of your RV. Kids will fight over who gets to sleep there, and if it's simply adults camping, usually it's used for storage. The rest of the time that you're not going up and down in that loft, the ladder just lays on the floor or gets leaned against a wall. So we decided to utilize space that was already there and create a ladder storage compartment. This storage compartment obviously is much larger than simply the ladder, so it allows for storage of cleaning supplies or what have you for these nets. We've seen people remove these nets and come up with their own storage solutions for fishing poles, any number of different things that you can attach that would be light enough for this door to hold.
It's so convenient. And with this being back here in the garage, this is what I love so much about toy haulers, is you have such flex space back here that you don't have to have a toy to have a toy hauler. We've seen people online using this space as, like you said, competitive barbecue equipment, parasailing equipment, just an added extra space for whatever.
And with the Fuzion, you have 38 points of contact, and each point of contact is rated at 5,000 pounds. It's welded directly to the frame, so you're not depending on the fasteners for the strength of the tie downs. And with 38 points, like Courtney said, you can safely secure whether it be Harley Davidsons, whether it be a side-by-side, competitive barbecue equipment, professional DJ equipment, or bicycles and kayaks. With 38 points of contact, there's going to be a configuration to safely secure whatever you put in this garage.
And desks too, because a lot of people are able to work remotely now, and especially with this post-COVID era, there's a lot more people that can work remotely, and so this is a great space even for an office too.
Yeah, absolutely. Courtney was talking to me about a customer that she's working with that is converting this into their master suite and a bunk room for the children up in the current master suite. So it's a really flexible space back here.
It really is. So speaking of the master, you've kind of reconfigured everything up there. So let's go check that out.
Absolutely. So we've got the new Fuzion east-west bed deck in all of our Fuzion floor plans now. We also have the incorporation of our leveling system, which is a brand new leveling system with our in-command. So that means that you can use your leveling system via the in-command control panel or the app on your phone. I've had a chance to mess around with it some. It couldn't be easier to one-touch auto-level your camper right from your phone.
It really is. My rig is in command, and it's so handy just to have everything right there on the app. It's like a smart RV system. You've taken the smart home technology and integrated it into RVs, which it's so handy.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely love it. So this is your new east-west bed. So it's but this is not something that's been around in Fuzion. So you guys have kind of reimagined this bedroom space.
So in addition to the east-west bed offering more space in the master bedroom, we've been able to incorporate more smart storage in the Fuzion, which is paramount to a toy hauler because you lose some of the floor plan to the garage. So what we've been able to do is incorporate a storage compartment that will house your patio steps, which is right beneath my feet. You access from the outside. We've also been able to move our washer-dryer prep up to the bedroom. This means that when you install a washer-dryer, you don't lose 2 feet of your garage. So when we sell a Fuzion to a customer, they get all 11 feet of that 11 feet garage or 13 feet of that 13-foot garage. With the washer-dryer prep up here, you can also run a better, more efficient washer and dryer.
And what I love that you've done with the closet space up here is it feels like it's 2 separate closets. So if this unit is going to be used for 2 people, you kind of have like a different feeling of storage for each person, and it's a unique thing that I have not seen in another unit before.
That's right. And
I think
storage,
it's just a great little feature.
Yeah, storage means a lot when you're taking everything on the road with you. So to use the storage as smart as possible means a lot for our customers.
Yeah, and you guys have absolutely done that. And I love also, next to the bed over here by the closet, you've got a little shelf to set your phone at night or a water bottle or a book or anything. It's just those little added extra storage features that we as the consumer need just for life stuff, and you guys have really knocked it out of the park with just simple things like that.
Yeah,
it makes our lives so much easier.
And like you said, having power access everywhere is important, so of course there's power access down there by the bed as well.
And then another thing that we were talking about earlier is 3 air conditioners come standard on Fuzions, which is not the case with most other rigs that are out there.
That's right, and the air conditioner system that we use is really unique. It is one of the only air conditioner systems on the market that you can truly run all 3 at the same time. It doesn't use any sort of energy management system. All 3 air conditioners, when you're on a 50 amp service, are running the compressor and providing cold air and moving it throughout the trailer.
Yeah, which is something that actually I didn't realize, that if a rig does have 3 air conditioners, most times it can only run 2 at a time. So even though you have 3, you're not necessarily able to run all 3, but that's not the case with Fuzion, and I think it's a really cool feature. Well, Ian, thank you so much for showing me Fuzion and all the new things that you guys have done for 2021. If somebody wants more information on this model or the entire Fuzion line, where should they go?
You should absolutely go to keystonerv.com/Fuzion or visit your local dealership. Courtney, I really appreciate your interest in the Fuzion. I always appreciate people's interest in when they come to ask questions and I get to talk about the product, so this has been a real pleasure.
Oh, well, RVs are my happy place, so it's fun to see all the new stuff for 2021 and all the new inventions that you guys are coming out with. It's really cool to see.
Well, thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.